Does anyone know about the Miki tribes?
Yes, Mr. Edward. I know some information about them.
What information do you have about them?
A group of nomads. They lead a primitive life, and they are the inhabitants of Madagascar. 3 centuries ago, they chose to withdraw from civilian life and return to the forest.
Many legends are told about their lives and livelihood, and one describes them as a group of small statues, gray in color, living in the semi-depopulated Toliar forest in southwest Madagascar. They disappear from sight during the day and appear only at night.
Yes, Mr. Edward, and their enemy is water. They never drink, and they die as soon as they touch it.
We were able to get close to them and talk to them. Among them, the researcher Louis Molly, who made a trip in the Gulf of the Killers in the year 1956 AD and confirmed that they were not dwarfs, and that it was difficult to survive with them because of the lack of water.
Yes, the second traveler who was able to discover some of the mysteries of Miki's life is Jean-Michel Horner, who undertook his trip in the year 1917 AD, that is, 15 years after the first trip made by Molly.
Yes, Horner met a family from the Miki tribe and had a quick talk with them, through which he obtained information confirming that the Miki are the only ones in the world who can survive without water, as their food is limited to certain types of tree-root hedgehogs and honey.
They are divided into two different groups, Gizo and the Mazikoro. They are a group of farmers.
The traveler Horner says their advantage lies in their knowledge of urban Mazikoro life, but they choose to live like primitive people.
Their number is estimated at about 1,500, among whom only 100 are true and unsettled nomads.
Two French journalists, Michel Raffaul and Jean-Claude Pateccini, wrote an extensive investigation on the Miki tribe in the magazine French Reportage, and in this investigation they narrate how soft horns like needles entered the skin of their faces and their bodies while they were searching for the Miki, and why the heat was rising and the branches were strikingly thick. An old man came out to them from among the branches and led them to where inhabited by the Miki tribes.
The men in the Miki live like animals and hide constantly. They change their places of residence every 3 days, and they do not meet other families because the only condition for survival is dispersal in the forest. So, that is easy to find food in all seasons.
Excellent, Max. You passed today's test, and your knowledge is great.
Thank you, Mr. Edward.